Hello everyone and welcome to Destiny Boxing Fight Night, the very first event of 2025 right here in Kitchener, Ontario. I'm your broadcaster for the night, Jason Hagholm. Our main event tonight features Nihal Grewal representing Destiny Boxing right here in his home gym against the very experienced Ethan Anderson. Both fighters bring a ton of experience inside the squared circle, and both boxers are looking to start 2025 off the right way with a victory here in our main event tonight at 130 pounds. You'll also see many talented boxers representing gyms from across southwestern Ontario in both Kitchener, London, and Brantford. So get excited for 9 exciting bouts here as 2025 boxing kicks off here with Destiny Fight Night here in Kitchener, Ontario.
Red corner, Team Destiny, hometown hero, let's go. Wyatt Hahn.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Destiny Boxing Fight Night here in Kitchener, Ontario. I'm your broadcaster for the evening, Jason Hagholm, and just making his way to the ring here is Wyatt Hahn, representing Destiny Boxing. His opponent is Hussine, representing Boomers Boxing in London, Ontario. Arfan, his dad, had experienced 3 fights as a boxer, inspired him to want to be a boxer himself, and he's trying to live up to the nickname he has of being the Mean Machine. Good bout between 2 youngsters really trying to get their experience in the sweet science. Wyatt Hahn, he just turned 11 years old earlier this week, and Hussine won't turn 11 until the end of July. But a lot of boxers start out at this age, and what a way to start off the night. What a lot of pressure too here for Wyatt in front of his home gym. Gets his training in here. And it's a ruckus crowd here in Kitchener. As we'll get the instructions from the official. This fight is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. And just getting in already here is Hussine. Hussine definitely not afraid. Good footwork there by Hussine, who lands a good couple of flurries. Trying to dip there is Hussine out here on Hahn. Center of the ring now. Wide punches there by Hahn. Good left hook landed there by Hahn, getting on the inside here of Hussine. Good jab put out there by Hussine. Are fighting on the inside, and you'd expect that with a fight that's just 3 2-minute rounds. Oh, Hahn looks like he may have hurt Hussine. Just throwing some good bombs here. These 2 youngsters really going for it as the 10-second clapper has gone. The opening round moments away from closing, and this fight so far is all excitement. There is the bell to end our first round between Wyatt Hahn and Hussine. And as expected, a lot of action. Both fighters are definitely going to put their foot on the gas pedal and try to dictate the pace. It was a good start there for Hussine, who took the fight to Wyatt Hahn, but credit to Wyatt Hahn, he was able to weather the storm and kind of push back here on Hussine, and showing a lot of mental maturity for someone that's just 11 years old. Really impressive. But Hussine was showing why his nickname is the Mean Machine. He is not afraid. He doesn't have any fear from Hahn, and respect that from just a youngster at the age of 10 years old. And you know what? A lot of pressure on them, but they're putting on a great show. The crowd is into it here. And we are about set now for the second round between Wyatt Hahn and Hussine. both just coming right out is Hahn, but he got met with a good combination there by Hussine. Hussine gets off the ropes. Hussine coming forward with good 1-2s. Good right landed now. Hussine trying to dictate the pace again. Yes. Get a separation here by the official. Clean start, here we go again. Just not afraid, trying to slip and rip there is Hussine. Good jab there by Hussine. Hussine trying to fight off the ropes. Trying to slip punches there is Hussine. Just getting a warning about the head. Just got to watch out for those headbutts. And Hahn, he's not afraid to come forward himself. He starts each and every round out that way. It's all action-packed. And Hahn trying to close this round out strong in a round that really has been impressive for us. Oh, and Hahn coming forward with a big flurry to end as Hussine is having a conversation with the official. But everything seems to be okay, and that's the end of the second round. Another very entertaining round between these two young fighters. Wyatt Hahn, who of course trains right here representing Destiny Boxing, and Arfan Hussine representing Boomers Boxing in London, Ontario. He's got a teammate also on the card who we'll see later on tonight in Yejun Joe. So that's got to be a good thing as well for, you know, both these fighters having, you know, teammates getting ready for an event like this here in this home gym of Kitchener. If you're for Wyatt Hahn, and for Arfan Hussine, you have a teammate, you make the trek down the 401 here, and you're ready to compete. You know, Hussine's showing here that experience having a boxer in the family, really good ability to counter Hahn, who's really aggressive, just coming forward, but had to eat some punches. And right again, good flurry there by Hussine. Hussine does well with the good footwork as well. Now Hahn, good cardio as well here from Hussine. Trying to rip these punches again, but Hahn doing well now, getting Hussine up against the corner as he's trying to get a good combinations of himself. On the break, punching on the break. And that's one thing that Hahn's definitely done. He's been getting some shots after the official was giving some instructions. Wide looping punches there by Hussine. Just pushing forward here. Are both fighters putting on one heck of a show? Final seconds here of this third and final round. Who's going to make their statement? And that's going to do it. A great fight to kick things off between two fighters who are going to be the future of Canadian boxing here in Wyatt Hahn and Arfan Hussine. You want to see what warriors are like at a young age. Very impressive stuff by both Hahn and Hussine. Not afraid of each other, not afraid to mix it up, and showing some great sportsmanship here are both fighters, as they both deserve a round of applause as we wait for the scorecards. They've been tabulated. We're going to wait for our decision to be announced. Scores have been tabulated. Here is our official decision.
We have a unanimous decision. Who? In the blue corner,
Arfan Hussine picks up a unanimous decision victory, coming into enemy territory as he represents Boomers Boxing in London and showcased a lot of good skill and potential. And can you imagine what he's going to be like in just a few years once he gets into his teenage stage? A lot of good talent there for Arfan. And you know what? So did Wyatt Hahn. He showed us a lot of skill, ability to weather those punches earlier on and have some good moments in the closing moments of all 3 rounds.
In the red corner, from Bushido, Alyson, Chochrane.
Here comes our second fight of the evening. Alyson Chochrane representing Bushido out in London, Ontario.
And in the blue corner, representing Eastside Boxing, Taylor Yanagidaira.
And making her way to the ring right now, here is Taylor Yanagidaira, as she's representing Eastside Boxing Club. Here we go. Our second fight of the evening is underway between Chochrane and Yanagidaira. Another fight here. This is at 134 pounds, going 3 2-minute rounds. See the composure. That's Chochrane. Taking the center of the ring, there's Chochrane. Oh, good. Coming forward. Big shots there by Yanagidaira. And she exits. She's not afraid to just come out there with that, getting on the inside and landing those 1-2 combinations. Coming forward is Chochrane. Good hook lands in. That's not a knockdown, a slip there on Yanagidaira. She's able to, very aggressive is Yanagidaira. She's able to she's trying to figure out the timing there on Chochrane, and God, Chochrane landed a good right hand. Oh, good uppercut by Yanagidaira. And they're coming on strong here out of a good flurry as we're approaching towards the end of this first round. There's the 10-second clapper. Who's going to have an impressive moment for the judges as the first round comes to a close? Very good first round. Between Alyson Chochrane here and Taylor Yanagidaira. Chochrane, 29 years old. Chochrane, who was able to take the center of the ring in that first round. Now, so you have a timeout.
Coach, can I get her hair tucked up, please?
Trying to get the hair adjusted on Yanagidaira. Coach's got to be a lot of things, and sometimes they got to be hairdressers or stylists. That's exactly what Coach does. Hair is okay. And we are now set here for the second round between Chochrane and Yanagidaira. Trying to bully around Chochrane. Here's Yanagidaira. Now Yanagidaira, good for a good hook lands there, and a straight jab. Both fighters have a swing and a miss. Oh, there's a good cross, and Chochrane now up against the ropes. Chochrane has to get off the ropes, just getting teed on. Now there's clinching, as the official will break them up. Yanagidaira, she's just finding her form, finding her rhythm, and there's a good left that lands. A good cross that really staggered Chochrane.
Stop.
Another time.
We gotta get this hair tucked in properly.
Once again, the hair continues to be an issue for the official on Taylor Yanagidaira.
You got some tape there? Okay, you got some. If you have to take the helmet off, take it off. Unless you can just...
That's gonna really, think about that too, it hurts the flow, because Yanagidaira, she's been really having her moments, not afraid to come forward. She's starting to bully Chochrane around here in the second round. Landed a good left that did stagger Chochrane up against the ropes. That's the second time that the officials had to stop it, but right in the middle of a flow that just kind of disrupts how everything's going.
Okay.
So the hair has now been taped down, and we should be good to go here in round two. Continuing on, can Chochrane take advantage of that breather she got? As Chochrane trying to slip and get on the inside here of Yanagidaira. Oh, punch pops the head back there on Chochrane from Yanagidaira. Oh, good combos, flurry of punches. Big left, up against the rope. And official's gonna give a standing 8 count here for Chochrane.
6, 7, 8, okay.
Big flurries there by Yanagidaira. And can she maybe get this fight over here in the second round? Well, good uppercut lands there from Yanagidaira. Chochrane doing everything she can to weather this storm. She's up against the rope. She's knocked down. Ropes kept her up, but another standing 8 count. Second one here in round two. 10-second clappers on. Will she be able to make it out? Chochrane, that is, of this second round. They're going to wave this off, and safety obviously the most priority. But what a performance there by Taylor Yanagidaira. Able to just really push this fight, coming forward, bully her opponent, land the big shots, hurt Chochrane the middle portion of the second round, and didn't let the disruptance of the hair disturb her, kept her game plan, landed some good shots, and eventually got 2 standing 8 counts, and the official had to stop things here. That's a great performance for Taylor Yanagidaira here at just 19 years old. Another fighter with a real bright future representing Eastside boxing.
Oh, wait, let's turn around this way. We got everybody over here.
As we'll make this result official here with our ring announcer.
Due to referee stoppage, we have a winner. From the blue corner, Taylor Yanagidaira. Good job.
Taylor Yanagidaira gets the second round TKO, and that's an impressive performance for her at 19 years old, showcasing great ability to dictate a fight, land big shots, and when you need to get the fighter out of there, that's exactly what she had. She had that killer instinct, so impressive performance by Taylor Yanagidaira.
Coming in from Destiny Boxing, in the red corner, Abdul, Hahn.
Well, here we go, our third fight of the evening here between Abdul Khan and William Bello. This fight taking place at 180 pounds. Abdul Khan, the second fighter here this evening, representing Destiny Boxing.
Welcome, William Bello.
So here comes William Bello, representing the Stockyards in Toronto, Ontario. William, a guy getting into the boxing scene a little bit later on, almost 40 years old he is, but he found boxing during the pandemic, a time you wouldn't expect most fighters to fall in love or want to get involved with boxing, with how the gyms were closed throughout the province. But he said he wanted to get into a sport where he needed to trust himself, played a lot of team sports, but felt this was the time to get involved in a sport like boxing where everything's up to himself, and that's exactly what he's done. This is going to be his second bout of his career. Wants to get after it and hopes to put on a real big performance against Abdul Khan here at 180 pounds. Bell goes, and we are underway with our first round here. Oh, good left. Hands there by Bello. Referee's going to cause a break in the action here. Watch the clash of heads there. Coming forward is Bello. Trying to get the timing down here is Khan. Bello lands the jab and a good left. Finding out the southpaw stance. Those southpaws are so tricky. Oh, good combination lands there by Bello. Oh! Bello lands a massive shot that gets the attention of Khan. Khan smiles, and usually when that happens, it means that he definitely felt it. Good hook lands that time from Bello. Bello just taking his time, not rushing anything. Trying to get on the inside. Yeah, you gotta watch those clash of heads as both fighters getting warned as Khan is coming forward with the head. Left lands that time from Khan, and then wild barrage of punches from Bello. A lot of sweat came off the head there when those punches landed by Bello from Khan. Good straightforward punch lands. Combination here. Oh! Punches land there, standing 8 count from Bello. Snap the head back of Khan. And it's going to be a standing 8 count here on Khan. And that's going to do it for round 1. A big statement towards the end of the first round there by Bello, as he landed a flurry of punches that sent the head back there of Khan like a Pez dispenser. And really, Bello's here. Bello, who's just coming into his own, only his 2nd fight in his career, but knows that getting involved in this sport, you got, especially at this late in the game, you got to make the most of it. And that's exactly what he's done. He's taking the best advice he's got it from his coaches. He's coming forward, landing big shots, and really as well showing a lot of composure for someone in just his 2nd fight. So that's what I'm really impressed with. Khan was able to withstand some of those shots, but that last one towards the end of the round had to get the standing 8 count here. And we should note, of course, this is a card that's being run and sanctioned here by Boxing Ontario. A cut on the nose of Khan as we are set now for round 2. Khan trying to come forward. There's a straight again, straight right that lands, or straight left, excuse me, that lands from Bellows that puts the head back of Khan. So Khan's gonna really use his footwork here, and that's a better way to put it. A lot of power here on Bello. Oh, the 1-2 lands the right to the left to the right. As they get clinch up. As Bello gets the separation. Just trying to time everything here is Bello, but getting aggressive is Khan. Khan trying to slow the tempo down and make this more of a boxing than a brawl that he's able to get caught coming on the inside. The jab lands by Bello. Jab again, and able to slip some punches here is Khan. Khan. Hear that? That's good from Khan trying to box. And I think that's what you got to do. There's a ref takes the time.
No, not you.
As the doctor's going to take a look here at Abdul Khan. Did have some blood coming out of his nose. I don't know if the nose may be broken. Or doctor needs some light to look at it. Nose coming out, or blood coming out of the nose, I should say. See if doctor says it's okay, and this fight will continue on after doctors do the repairs here on Khan. Gotta wipe down the headgear here of William Bello. Those punches were slipping. And we are back underway here with round 2 action between Abdul Khan and William Bello. A good shot there by Khan. That's really woken up and made aggressive here from Bello, who's bouncing Khan off the ropes. It's going to lead to another standing 8 count here against Abdul Khan. Bello tried to slip a punch. Khan clipped him, and then that just woke up a rage there in Bello. And now Bello loading some good flurries. Khan caught up on the ropes and needs to clinch. Gets that separation off the ropes, though. Bello, 10-second clapper in effect. Right landed again there by Khan. And that's going to do it for round 2. A round where, once again, the aggressive and bully nature from William Bello showcased the majority of the round, but Abdul Khan was trying to turn the fight over and to make it more of a boxing match than a brawl. But the brawler was able to outlast the boxer and showed some good strength and power. Did Bello, got a standing 8 count there on Abdul Khan. What's been an impressive outing here for William Bello. Khan's able to show some toughness as well. But if Khan can find a way to make this fight into that boxing style that he wanted, not try to engage in the brawls and engage with the big punches that Bello keep Bello at a distance, I think that Khan can maybe win this round, salvage something up here as we're in the third and final round. As we get our time. As the put some Vaseline here on the nose of Abdul Khan. And now we are set to begin the third round. I do wonder how much gas is left in the tank here from Bello. He was landing and throwing a lot of heat, and that's how he begins the third round, throwing some heat. And they're gonna wave this off here early in the third round, a third round TKO for William Bello. He was able to showcase his skill set, landing good power fighting as a tough southpaw, but impressive stuff by William Bello.
Warriors, a round of applause.
Khan had his moments, but was just overpowered here by William Bello. Great show of sportsmanship. As we will make this one official. With our ring announcer here.
And the winner by referee stoppage in the blue corner, Bello.
So Will Bello gets his second win of his career and really showcased a lot of good boxing skill and power, and keeps the blue corner so far perfect here this evening. They are now 3-0.
Corner from Black Eye, Kallum, Skelton.
It's time for our fourth bout of the evening. Here is Kallum Skelton, just 17 years old and representing Black Eye Boxing. Taking on another 17-year-old here in Hunter Valletta. Skelton representing Black Eye Boxing, as we said before.
Coming in from the blue corner from Bello City, Hunter Valletta.
Hunter Valletta making his walk down the aisle here to the squared circle, representing Bell City Boxing. Hunter was a guy that said he got into boxing because he wanted to have a way to compete with his fists where it was sanctioned and legalized, and it's, you know, two guys here in Kallum Skelton and Hunter Valletta representing respectable gyms out in Brantford, Ontario. This fight here taking place at 143 pounds. As both fighters getting instructions. here we go. Hunter also said he needed to come forward more after he lost his first fight by a decision. And that's exactly what he's doing. He is coming forward. He is like a bull in a china shop right now. Good footwork shown by Skelton. Slight height advantage there from Skelton, but good combination lands from Valletta. Good hook landed there by Skelton. Oh, good right hand lands there by Skelton. Skelton weathered the storm, and now he's starting to put the fight towards Hunter Valletta. The fighter's just trying to attack the head. Won't work to the body just yet. Oh, good hook lands there by Valletta. And firing back as well as Skelton. They're fighting in a phone booth right now. Skelton, two good hooks connect. The officials saying to stop. I think if you're the official, you gotta be a little bit more assertive. Obviously, fighters have to listen. But the way they were fighting, sometimes hard to stop that momentum, and they're right back at it here. Oh, Skelton lands a couple shots that really hurt Valletta. Now teeing off in the corner here is Skelton. As Valletta gets a warning for watching the headbutts. Trying to land a good hook, or right hand there. Oh, big right hand lands from Skelton. Skelton has Valletta hurt. That's gonna be a standing 8 count. What a combination there by Skelton. And that'll do it for round 1, a very action-packed round where both fighters will put all the aggression forward, but Kallum Skelton got the better of it with the standing 8 count right at the end of the opening round. As Skelton showcasing advantage with the height, but definitely not afraid to let his hands go. Landed a good couple of hooks getting on the inside, and one of those hooks really got the balance and equilibrium off balance of Hunter Valletta. And now Valletta has to find a way to weather the storm early and do what he told us beforehand, and that's push the fight forward. Be not afraid to sit back. He's got to come forward again. Like he started this fight out, he did come out aggressive and trying to take the fight towards Kallum Skelton, but Skelton had the answers. As the seconds are heading out of the ring, and we're just about set for round 2. Here we go, second round underway. Trying to come forward, here's Valletta. Now Valletta landing a good 1-2 combination, but the jab works out nicely for Skelton. Oh, good combinations. Oh, everyone's going to the head, but you hear Skelton score to say go to the body, then the head. As if the body falls, you go to the body, the head will fall. Good jab lands from Skelton. Oh, they both threw big haymakers at the same time, but Skelton got the better of it. Now Skelton trying to land jabs and uppercuts. Skelton's backing Valletta up. Valletta's definitely feeling it. Pushing forward here is Skelton. Skelton landing some shots, but Valletta is firing back. Staying on his feet. Good jab lands there as Valletta has to get off the ropes, and he does. Now he's in the middle of no man's land here. It's just cardio for days here. Body shot works, good uppercut lands, and Valletta is really hurt. And the towel is thrown in, and that's gonna do it. Just a buzzsaw was Kallum Skelton as he gets a second round TKO over Hunter Valletta. A really impressive performance for a youngster. Just to come through, two 17-year-olds And that's a 17-year-old with a real bright future. Coming forward, being aggressive, cardio for days, and didn't stop. Was doing everything he could so he could get the finish, and he does, as the Bell City Boxer corner of Hunter Valletta throw in the towel. And Hunter Valletta will have to see another day, but a lot of people can't wait to see what Kallum Skelton brings to the table in his next bout. A bright future ahead for the youngster. As we make this fight official.
There has been a referee stopping. And in the red corner, Kallum Skelton. Give these two warriors a round of applause.
Definitely give both fighters a round of applause. Valletta tried to push the pace, but Kallum Skelton just too much as he gets the second round TKO over Hunter Valletta. And Kallum Skelton, he has a bright future for just being 17 years old. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for the youngster from Brantford.
We got a hometown performer coming in the red corner. Darnell, Langford.
Well, here we go with our fifth bout of the evening as Darnell Langford steps inside the squared circle representing his hometown gym here in Destiny Boxing. And the 23-year-old gets a thunderous ovation, as you would expect.
And his opponent, coming from Eastside Boxing, in the blue corner, let's welcome Wyatt.
Well, here comes Dylan White, representing Eastside Boxing, and he looks like a very, very impressive fighter and a man on a mission. Stone face and very stoic, trying to play spoiler here for Darnell Langford. As both fighters getting their instructions, they touch gloves. And we're about set for our fifth bout of the evening here at 156 pounds. Langford took the center of the ring. Now, right on the inside is Darnell coming forward. Good right lands. Uppercut that time from White. Good punches here. There by Darnell Langford, who's really trying to push the pace. Big right lands there by Langford. Trying to get inside his White. Just exploding with some punches, but now is White coming back with an uppercut and went to the body before that. White's got Langford up against the ropes and near his corner. Good job by Langford to slip and at least try to get out to the center of the ring. fighting in a phone booth once again. Good uppercut lands from Wyatt. Good jab, though, coming back by Langford. Oh, good combination. Big shots up to the head by Langford. And going right to the body, trying to bully around Wyatt here is Langford. Langford's not afraid about that. He's really relishing this moment, fighting in front of a lot of friends and family. But you have to wonder how much energy is he going to expend here. It's been a very active pace in our opening round. As Wyatt gets a warning for coming forward with the head. Oh, they both threw big shots at the same time. Hooks land that time from Langford. Trying to fight out of this clinch is Langford. Langford trying to turn Wyatt up against the ropes, so Wyatt does a good job to land an uppercut. Good combination by Langford. Very heavy pace here on our opening round. 10-second clapper. As a real good round here for Langford. Wyatt trying to pile on some points here late in the round, but the bell goes to end our first round in what was a really good round for Darnell Langford, who pushed the pace, took the center of the ring, got on the inside, landed some good uppercuts, body shots, and as well, good crosses to the head of Wyatt. Wyatt a little bit of a slow start, but was able to weather the storm and pile on some points towards the end of the first round. But I think if you're the judges, you're going to give that round for Langford for what he was able to do for the majority of the opening round. In a round that is 3 minutes. Those were very active 3 minutes. But the thing you do wonder, as we were saying, about Langford, the pace. He was very aggressive, coming forward like he was shot out of a cannon. Can he withstand that, keep that pace up for another 6 minutes? Bell goes, and we're underway with our second round with Langford in the red and Dylan Wyatt in the blue. Wyatt having some good moments in the beginning of this second round. Wyatt now goes to the body and then to the head as Langford fires back with a right hand. Trying to fight out of this clinch is Langford, and Langford does get the separation. Jab misses there from Wyatt. Wyatt trying to get him inside. A good combination lands by Wyatt. Wyatt with a good hook, and now he's fighting with Langford up against the ropes. Good uppercut and hooks from Wyatt. You gotta wonder, go into the body too. That will zap some of the oxygen out from Langford, but Langford, he's just like an Energizer bunny. He just keeps going and going. Oh, good right hand lands from Langford. That was one of the cleanest punches of the fight so far. Another good right lands from Langford. Left landed by Wyatt. Trying to get another hook, that time from Wyatt, but Langford fires back. Oh, big shot landed off the ropes by Langford. Good uppercuts by Wyatt. This is a grueling pace. Then Langford fires back with an uppercut of himself. Wyatt trying to get Langford up against the rope, leaning on him with his body weight the whole fight. Trying to fight off the ropes here is Langford. Trying to time that perfect uppercut there was Wyatt. But Langford able to avoid. Just endless pressure here by Wyatt. A really good round here for Wyatt. But Langford fighting off the ropes. Now Langford's got Wyatt backed up in his own corner. Trying to get the switch. So instead, Langford will have to fight out of it. Just endless pressure. Both guys not giving an inch at all. This is about heart and durability. As Langford ran into the official, Wyatt pushing forward now. 10 seconds left to go here in the second round. Really, these are hard. This is a harder round to score as the bell goes to end the second round. Wyatt made a lot of improvements. He was able to get Langford to fight off the ropes, lean on him the majority of that round. And you wonder if maybe fatigue is starting to set in here on Darnell. Langford wasn't as active in the second round as he was the first round, but did have some moments, landing some good hooks. But if you're the East Side Boxing corner there with Dylan Wyatt, you got to be really happy with that round from your fighter. My unofficial card, I would think this would be even after 2 rounds. But I am not a judge. But Wyatt had more impressive moments, and I think with his ability to conserve the energy and come forward with flurries at time, rather than just that relentless, dog on a bone style pressure from Langford, that could be to the detriment of Langford, but we will see. Third round. There's a good shot that landed from Langford. Now Wyatt, really letting the hands go a little bit more is Dylan Wyatt. Now just trying to find some space to land those punches. Now Wyatt fighting with Langford, on the ropes. Wyatt trying to tee off here on Langford. And that's exactly what Langford does. He fights off the ropes. A good 1-2 by him. Once again, Wyatt gets Langford up against the ropes near his corner as well, so he can get those instructions. Now bullying there. Wyatt just shoves Langford up against the ropes. Really just trying to get a separation here. Yeah, the pushing a little aggressive there from Wyatt, and I get that. Trying to get on the inside is Langford. Good uppercut lands by Wyatt. And that's a big hold and pull there by Darnell Langford. Uppercut just missed there by Wyatt. And Wyatt's once again just keeping Langford on the ropes, letting him try to punch off. But Langford able to get that space when needed off the ropes. Good push forward now here by Wyatt. Both fighters really got to empty the tank here. It's a real hard fight to score. Oh, good hook lands there by Langford. Hard, grueling pace. Wyatt continuing to push Langford on the ropes. Wyatt trying to have a big moment here. There's a good uppercut that lands by Wyatt. Wyatt slips a punch and lands one of his own. 10 seconds left to go. Who wants it more? Who's going to bite down on their mouthpiece as Wyatt pushes Langford up against the corner, and that is the bell to end this fight. A frantic 9-minute fight, a hard-fought, grueling pace by both Darnell Langford and Dylan White. Excellent action here in Kitchener, Ontario. That is exactly that. Trench warfare, getting it down and dirty. Oh, that's a tough fight to score for the judges.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
The scorecards being tabulated as we're trying to find out who is going to come away with our victory after just a hard, grueling pace between Darnell Langford and Dylan White. Langford came out like he was shot out of a cannon in that first round, just moving, being aggressive, landing hard, heavy punches. White had a couple good punches towards the end of that round, but then White was able to capitalize on maybe Langford getting a little bit fatigued, able to bully Langford up against the ropes, and we'll see if that pays to his detriment or if Langford's damage through the majority of the rounds, or the first round at least, it's a split decision.
Deservingly so. The winner, in the blue corner,
Dylan White wins a split decision, and I think that's very fair. Langford had those moments in the first round, but White was able to weather the storm, put Langford up against the ropes for rounds 2 and 3, and able to pick up that split decision victory as Dylan White makes Eastside Boxing go 2-0 for this evening.
What do you know about Felix?
I just know that he boxes out of Toronto, and that's about it.
I saw him earlier. I know he's like about my height, which inspired me a little bit. And I know he boxes here, and that's his hometown. And he has 2 fights already.
Do you kind of like coming into enemy territory and try to play spoiler for him in his own gym?
I'm excited to do that. I think that'll be interesting.
What's your path to victory here, Felix?
Just punch him out. Just punch more than him, probably. Yeah. And head movement and keep my hands up.
Just keeping my lead hand up. I tend to get caught a lot with my lead hand, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. And lots and lots of cardio. Trying to get my cardio as best as I possibly can. Don't need to worry about it. You know, it's not a fun thing to worry about cardio mid-fight. I'm not sure. I kind of just try to do my thing, see whatever works, and tends to work out for me.
All right, Ayden, best of luck.
From the red corner, Ayden, Elliot from Dasilva.
Well, here we go, the 6th bout of the evening between Ayden Elliot and Felix Dasilva. Ayden Elliot representing Destiny Boxing against Felix Dasilva from TKMT in Toronto, Ontario. This is a bout taking place at 143 pounds. And
Felix Dasilva from TKMT Boxing.
well, here comes Felix Dasilva, a guy that really wants to get after it. He wants to be busy. He wants to let his hands go. He wants to not be afraid or scared of the moment and take advantage of this opportunity right now, coming from a very well-rounded gym, not only a boxing gym, but a Muay Thai gym as well in Toronto, Ontario. He's a guy that's becoming a student of the game, watching a lot of tape on the likes of Alexis Arguello. He's not afraid to get after it. You know, for Ayden Elliot, didn't know too much about his opponent, but they both kind of sized each other up and are like the same size. So I'm expecting this one to be a very entertaining bout to resume the action here in Kitchener. Fighters getting their instructions in the middle of the ring. So here we go. Gonna bounce on his feet there was Dasilva. Gonna be a long fighter. Right now is Elliot. I know as well that's exactly what Dasilva wanted. He wanted to be the long, rangy fighter. Overhand just misses. Quick stop of the action. Just to watch where he's putting the punches up, not below the belt, but above it. Elliot now trying to push for nice right lands and a good left hook from Elliot. Good combination landing there by Elliot. Elliot, nice footwork as well, very light on his feet. Is the youngster that trains here at Destiny Boxing. But now Dasilva, the big, heavy combination, big flurries from Dasilva. Dasilva teeing off. Oh, and a massive right hand lands by Dasilva. That got the attention. And there's an overhand right that lands from Elliot. Sensational punches. Both men rocked each other just moments apart. Both guys now respecting each other's power. Left hook. And the right hook attempt that time as well from Elliot. There's the 10-second clapper. Coming forward here is Dasilva, trying to have some big moments to close out our opening round. And that's going to be the bell for round one. A round where Elliot wasn't going to let the tide turn. Dasilva landed some good punches, but the best combination of the fight came from the fighter training here in Kitchener, Ontario, in Ayden Elliot. Landed a big right and left in the middle portion of this opening round. Both fighters respect each other's power now and what each fighter brings to the table. I think Elliot did a good job of not letting Dasilva be that rangy fighter that he wanted to be, and Elliot was able to get on the inside, land those combinations right to the head of Dasilva. A very impressive round by both fighters, but you'd think it was a round that you maybe just slightly leaned in favor of Ayden Elliot. Seconds out, we're about set here for the second round. And this fight is obviously coming with a very flurry pace. These are 2-minute rounds. Hook lands, but now Dasilva coming forward with a purpose. Gets a lecture for the warning, and because Elliot led with his head. Footwork's been really nice from Elliot. Job to circle off that time by Dasilva. Slipping, ripping a big right hand lands again by Elliot, and that's going to be a standing 8 count here on Dasilva. Great job by Elliot. He slipped those punches, got the blood coming from the nose of Dasilva. Elliot take his time here. Wanted a left hook that time, just off the mark. Now Dasilva coming forward, trying to land a barrage, bouncing Elliot off the ropes. Good combinations here by Dasilva. Dasilva starting to tee off. Gets a standing 8 count now, and that's a great response here by Felix Dasilva. He got a standing 8 count, so he gives a receipt right back here to Ayden Elliot, who may have just wanted to focus on the work that he did and admonish it. So here we go, 2 standing 8 counts, 1 each respectively. There's a big overhand right again. That has been a money punch all fight long for Elliot. And there's a left hook. That lands, that gets the chin up high of Dasilva. So Dasilva starting to brawl, not afraid to be a brawler, Dasilva. And then lecture from the officials to stop the action. And that's going to do it for the second, a very entertaining second round, where Ayden Elliot got a standing 8 count against Felix Dasilva, and then Dasilva able to come right back with a barrage of punches to get a standing 8 count against Ayden Elliot. And as we come down here to the third and final round, who's going to want this fight more? As right now, Dasilva's got to find a way to stop that big right hand landing from Elliot. That has been the money punch, the best punch both fighter has thrown so far here in the 4 minutes of action. But Dasilva, he has that brute bully style, not afraid to be a brawler in his own right. And that brooding, brawling style worked out to get the standing 8 count. So is Elliot's boxing going to be more finesse here in the third round, or is the brawling style of Dasilva going to work out as we hit the third and final round? The seconds are out, and we are about to resume action here. And what has been a great fight here between Ayden Elliot and Felix Dasilva. Doctor's going to take a look here at Dasilva, who did have some blood leaking out of his nose. But he seems to be A-okay. Doctor, just a quick wipe off. And here we go, third round officially underway. Just coming out, taking the center of the ring is Elliot. Just a barrage of punches, just trying to overwhelm Elliot is Dasilva. Both fighters trying to impose their will yet again. And oh, there's that overhand right wobble Dasilva from Elliot. Trying to go to the body. And we get a stop in the action. That could be a benefit here for Dasilva. Elliot trying to go to the body and then to the head. Big overhand again. Just as Elliot's got to fight off the ropes. Rights and lefts from Elliot. Big overhand right again lands from Elliot. As Elliot able to get that space. As Dasilva, he's taking some shots, and that will do it. Or timeout, I should say. The shoe of Dasilva has become untied. So his corner will have to tie it very quickly. And Ayden Elliot is just gasping for air. A crazy pace here between Ayden Elliot and Felix Dasilva. And Dasilva's eating a lot of right hands from Elliot. There's that right hand again from Elliot. But that fires up Dasilva, and a knockdown straight right hand puts Dasilva on the canvas. Will Dasilva make it? His corner waving him on. Count of 6, 7, 8. I don't know if Dasilva's gonna make it. He waves it off. Ayden Elliot, a third round TKO. As the doctors are gonna be needed to look here at Felix Dasilva. But finally, Destiny Boxing has something to smile about. They get a win here at their event in their hometown. Unbelievable performance by Ayden Elliot. Ayden Elliott's right hand was money all fight long, and he finally cashed the check and able to get a third-round TKO over a very tough and durable Felix Dasilva. And of course, now our attention goes to Felix Dasilva and his health. He took a lot of big shots from Ayden Elliott. And he's now at least up to a standing base. That's great to see, and a well-deserved round of applause here from the fans in Kitchener. But Dasilva, he's definitely got a great future, but what about Ayden Elliott? He's got a fantastic right hand, able to showcase just the pure form of boxing, slipping punches to land one of his own. And yeah, it's gonna need some support there is Felix Dasilva. And hopefully he is okay. A youngster with a bright future. But the story of this fight will go towards Ayden Elliott, your winner, with a third-round TKO. As we will make this one official.
Guys, give it up for that fight. It was amazing. Amazing outcome. The winner from the red corner. Ayden Dynamite.
What a performance by Ayden Elliott. He gets the win by a third-round TKO.
I want to make a special announcement. Thank you for all the amazing Civic staff, coaches, volunteers.
What do you know about your opponent heading to this fight?
I've sparred her before. I have an idea of what I need to do, but at the end of the day, the opponent doesn't matter because I just need to focus on what I'm going to do.
She says you've sparred with her before. Do you think that's an advantage for you going into this fight?
No, I do not actually. No. Honestly, when I had sparred her over a year ago. And, we all change. Styles can change. And, I'm a better fighter now than I was.
Now, going into this fight, how has training camp been?
It's been honestly pretty difficult. I had a few health problems going into it, but coming out, I'm feeling more ready than ever.
Do you kind of like that you're fighting Mehreen here in her gym and you could potentially play spoiler for her here?
Oh yeah, I'm going to be the underdog. I'm going to take that win.
What's your path to victory here, Vinny?
Listen to my coach, do what I do best, work when I fight my fight and not hers.
We're not focused on the victory. We don't train to win. We don't train to lose. We train to execute, and that's what we're going to do.
Thumbs up already. Introducing our next fighter, coming out of the red corner. This one's going to be a banger. Mehreen, the Wolverine Khakh.
Well, making her way to the ring here for our 7th bout of the night, it's Mehreen Khakh, a very entertaining and very experienced fighter. Around 20 fights already in her young career at just being 16 years old. She's also very mature for her age, had some opportunities to go compete over in Sweden, but they just weren't the right time. She's well mature beyond her age, but she's got an opponent that knows her quite well. So here comes Vinny Rowe representing Black Eye Boxing. And there's a bit of a history between these two ladies as they both have sparred each other about a year ago. And both obviously have grown as much as a fighters right now. Rowe stated she's much more of a brawler, but she's not afraid of that. It feels like she's grown so much as a fighter, both mature-wise and skill-wise when she steps in the ring against someone like Mehreen Khakh, who has a lot of potential, and I think the future is very bright for her for just being 16 years of age. Fighters are going to get the instructions. Ready to go as the bell goes in right away. Rowe coming out being explosive. And there's that brawling style, meaning the technical boxing from Khakh. Just big looping punches there by Rowe. Khakh trying to take her time and knocked down there by Khakh. Big left landed there by Khakh. They're not going to call that a knockdown. Mehreen doing a good job of just able to avoid, move around. The officials call for a break. A jab into the body there by Khakh. Trying to counter punch here is Rowe, but good precision punch. Getting in the inside there is Khakh. Khakh may have hurt Rowe. Straight right lands. Rowe's going to clinch, getting the break, and then just going right back to work is Khakh. Smart, taking advantage of the rules and the break as Rowe lands a good combination to the head. Big overhand attempt that time from Rowe. And Rowe, you can tell she likes to push the pace, but putting herself in more danger as the 10-second clapper's on. Good jab lands that time from Khakh. Khakh with a big right. And that's the bell to end round one. A very good round for Mehreen Khakh. You can just tell how poised she is out there. Doesn't need to rush anything. Trusts in her abilities and is able to weather the storm, show some great footwork, and avoid what Vinny Rowe's doing. Rowe's going to be the one trying to dictate the space, be a bully in there. But sometimes when you are the bully, you end up getting bullied, as I think Vinny Rowe found out what can happen in that case against Mehreen Khakh there in round one. Eastside Boxing trying to go 2-0 here. We've got 3-0, excuse me. Already won 2 bouts earlier on. And Mehreen Khakh, someone that advantages obviously is a lot in. Coming out, now seconds out. Vinny stomps on the canvas. We are now set for round 2. Just following it. Take knockdown. Shake it up. No, they're saying no knockdown. Trying to get some feints going. Big overhand right land, just clips from Rowe on Khakh. Once again, doing a great job showing some active footwork. Langford getting the separation. Here's Mehreen Khakh. Khakh with the right hand lands. That lands from Rowe. That movement is making it tough for Khakh to get inside. There's a big lunging hook from Rowe. Oh, clean right lands that time by Khakh. Clapper. Khakh trying to put a nice combination together. Khakh may have hurt Rowe, but that's the bell to end the second round. And time just ran out here for Khakh, but a great end of the round by Khakh. Khakh was able to show some good composure and patience. Didn't need to force anything. Rowe was more active, showing off the movement, didn't let Khakh get on the inside up until the final moments of that second round. Here, Khakh want to keep the things going. You know that Vinny Rowe's going to be the more aggressive fighter. You just want to continue to showcase and put on your strong boxing, land your big shots when the window is there. And if you're Rowe, you need to find a way to get on the inside, really, and just land a good combination or two. Here we go, third round. Lunging punches. You can see the confidence has been there all fight long from Rowe. Not afraid of Khakh. Khakh trying to put Rowe up against the ropes. Good 1-2 there from Khakh. Now big flurry of punches from Rowe. Trying to slip enough and find her way on the inside. There's a straight right that wobbled Rowe from Khakh. Now can Khakh tee off here on the ropes? Nice left landed there from Rowe to get that space off the ropes. Oh, big right there from Rowe. Got to watch the clinching there. The official gets the break. Go to the body there by Khakh. Couple body shots. Gotta watch, get a stop in the action. Just to watch, keep those punches above the belt. Big pace. Good combo from Mehreen Khakh. Khakh. Rowe maybe trying to put on some big flurries towards the end of this third round. Khakh trying to finish this off nicely. Nice round and great battle between these two young women. They show respect to each other's corners. Awesome fight between two women who have great futures ahead of them in the world of boxing. Khakh really showcasing off some great boxing skills. Never really needed to rush anything as she controlled the fight from the middle of the ring. Rowe had her moments and did show what she said to us earlier, that her confidence having grown over the years from sparring Khakh really helped her a lot. You could see that at times where she was able to throw some good flurries, some big overhand rights and lefts. But Khakh's boxing ability just be a little bit too much here, but we go to the scorecards to find out who won this fight here between Mehreen Khakh and Vinny Rowe. Let's make it official.
The winner in the red corner,
Mehreen Khakh, your winner by decision, showcasing some great boxing skill, and she's got a fantastic future ahead of her. Already a lot of fights under her belt at just 16. She is on her way to be one of the most polished boxers in all of Canada.
Cotrina.
Well, the action rolls on here in Kitchener as Cotrina, representing Destiny Boxing, steps inside the squared circle. As the vibe's been good for Destiny Boxing, they've won the last two, and they're trying to keep the momentum going here. As Cotrina, very skilled fighter here from Destiny Boxing. And his opponent is Yejun Joe. Yejun took on this fight on 1 week's notice. This is his first fight, and you can tell he is ready and anticipating to put all that hard training over the years to work and showcase his skills here inside the squared circle as he's representing Boomers Boxing from London, Ontario. I think that can be a big advantage here for Joe. Only took this fight on a, as we said, on a week's notice. Not enough time to know about your opponent. You just come in, take what you've known during training, and you just go out there. He was trying to size up Cotrina beforehand. And I think this should be a real sensational fight. As both fighters will take the center of the rings for instructions. This fight at 156 pounds. Bell goes and we are underway, and Joe just shot right out of a cannon, just coming right across the ring and trying to impose his will in the opening moments. Joe being aggressive. Joe with a good left that really hurt Cotrina. Now trying to mix it up with the right here is Joe. Cotrina missed left and a right from Joe. Joe really aggressive as the action will be stopped. Just got to watch the pushing from Cotrina. Easier said than done with the pace that Joe likes to fight at. Good combination landed though by Cotrina. A massive right that comes through that time by Joe. A jab though from Cotrina. Cotrina fighting back. What you got to do here for Cotrina. Now trying to go to the body is Joe. But a straight jab comes forward by Cotrina. Trying to land the right of his own, but firing back in a firefight going on with Joe and Cotrina. Joe lands a good shot, and Joe with a 1-2 combo. That definitely got the attention of Cotrina. Fighters separate from the clinch. Throw the left and the right. Once again, want to watch the headbutting. Does Cotrina. 10 seconds left to go here in the first round. Good right and left from Joe. Joe! Pushing back against Cotrina, and the bell goes to end the first round. A very good round for Yejun Joe, who, as we said, took this fight on a week's notice and trying to just impose his will early. Landed beautiful combinations, lefts and rights on Ethan Cotrina, who really couldn't get out of the starting blocks in the opening moments. Had his moments towards the middle to late portions of that first round, but Joe's just aggressive style, hard for Cotrina to kind of weather that storm early on. But you can see what Joe brings to the table. He likes to be aggressive. You know, he watches a lot. He watched a lot of tape of, you know, Mike Tyson. You can kind of see that in his style early, especially how he's able to come right out and, you know, be aggressive, show off that good footwork, and land powerful punches. Just screaming out of the corner there is Yejun Joe. Official did not like this, the aggressive scream, the belt out, almost like a war cry from Joe. But now Cotrina's starting to fire back. He's fighting fire with fire. Here is Cotrina. That aggressive style wasn't liked by the official, and got a timeout, touch of gloves, and we can continue on. Fighting fire with fire again was Cotrina. Good body shot on the exit there by Joe. He spun him around, did Joe. So now Cotrina trying to fight off the clinch. Just good body shot, and then going up to the head is Joe. That's going to be a standing 8 count against Ethan Cotrina. As we continue on, you got to watch the shoulders there from Joe. Joe trying to just, once again, have his way here with Cotrina. Oh, good right lands by Cotrina. Cotrina may have hurt Joe. Some swelling now under the eye of Joe. That'll puff your face up. Oh, good hook lands that from Joe that kind of wobbled Cotrina. And now Joe's got to watch leading with his head. Action continues. 10-second clapper. Trying to time the counter there was Cotrina. Did it earlier in the round, trying to have that happen again, but that's going to do it for round number 2. A very entertaining round. Joe got a standing 8 count on Cotrina, but Cotrina was able to showcase some good counter punching as the second round was coming to a close. Joe, definitely, as we said, very aggressive, coming forward, was able to tee off on Cotrina up in the corner, but Cotrina was able to trying to get that timing down there from Yejun Joe, and had his moments, able to have a good counter punch that landed a flush shot square in the face of Joe, but What will the judges see? I think that's obviously a round you got to give to Joe just on the standing 8 count alone. But the seconds will come out here, and we'll head to our 3rd and final round. Just coming out with Will and trying to showcase his aggression again is Cotrina. A lot of clinching here. Joe able to fight off. Cotrina. That takes a good shot there from Joe. Joe coming for it. Joe may have wobbled the legs there of Cotrina. Refs get the separation. Just keeping his right hand out. Once again, a warning for leading with the head for Joe. A lot of clinching here. I know they're both aggressive, trying to have a flurry to the finish here in the 3rd round. But you gotta watch the clinching. 1-2 landed there from Cotrina. Oh, big shots to the head there by Joe. Flurry again by Joe, trying to push his way out now is Cotrina. Joe looking for that perfect bomb. And that will get a separation and keep the action going. His corner his way out. Good left lands there by Joe. Joe again with the right, then to the left. Got some blood out of the nose of Cotrina. Both fighters exhausted for just this wild pace we've had. Cotrina trying to time a perfect combination. 10 seconds left to go here in the fight. As Joe swing and a miss, trying to have that big bomb. There's the bell to end a sensational fight between Ethan Cotrina and Yejun Joe. Credit to Joe, who took this fight on just 1 week's notice and left it all on the line here inside the squared circle. Joe landed those heavier, bigger shots and able to wobble Cotrina a couple times, got that standing 8 count in the 2nd round. But credit to Cotrina, he showed his toughness, able to push back, tried to bully his way out of the corner a couple times. But just 2 fighters that showed a lot of skill and will, who both have great futures ahead of them. I need a drink of water after that fight. My goodness, what action. As the judges are tabulating their scorecards in a real hard fight, and we'll make it official. A unanimous decision.
In the blue corner,
Yejun Joe wins a unanimous decision here in Kitchener as Boomers Boxing goes undefeated for the evening. And an impressive performance there by Yejun Joe. Takes the fight on 1 week's notice. Doesn't matter. Gets to showcase his skills. And lands heavy punches to come through with a unanimous decision.
All right, we're here with Nihal Grewal representing Destiny Boxing. Nihal, you're in the main event here against Ethan Anderson. What do you know about Ethan heading into this fight?
Yeah, actually, we've done a little bit of sparring already, so real good guy, real nice guy, but you guys are in for a real treat. It's going to be a real good matchup.
How does that give you an advantage, knowing that you've sparred Ethan a lot heading into this fight?
So I always say sparring's different than fighting, but it's like you've been in there with him before, so you've experienced a little bit. But he's thinking the same thing. Like, he's been in there with me once, so maybe a little bit of mind games to it as well.
What's some of the areas you feel like you've grown in training here to set 2025 off on the right track?
Yeah, so always growing as a boxer with every fight, with every training session, but 2025 really focusing on the quality of the boxing. Strength and conditioning has always been kind of the main focus, but this year really want to dial in on the quality of the punches, the quality of the defense, really just the quality of the boxing. The victory's going to be there, yeah, no doubt, but no, I got to put on a show for these guys. We're in the hometown. We're going to give the crowd a treat, really going to give them a good show.
Does that put any more pressure on you that this is a card in your gym?
Yeah, maybe a little bit of pressure, but I think once I hear the crowd, once the lights are there, just sit there, have some fun. It's going to be awesome.
And lastly, what's your path to victory heading in this fight?
Path to victory, anyways, any means necessary. Just get in there and just get my hand raised, however it is.
Nihal, thank you for your time.
Introducing in the red corner, we have Nihal, PhD, Grewal.
Well, it's time for our main event of the evening as Nihal Grewal takes on Ethan Anderson. As Nihal Grewal making the walk down, an elaborate entrance coming out to the Archie Evans. Are we ready? And he is definitely ready. Trying to start 2025 off for him on the right track. Lost his last bout, but knows that it's a new year, it's a new him. Taking the most of what he learned in training, growing as a fighter, taking advantage of any opening that's going to be there here against Ethan Anderson as Grewal steps in the ring. Nickname is PhD, and that means put hands down. Thunderous ovation here for Grewal.
All right. Introducing in the blue corner, we have Ethan Anderson out of Championship City.
Here's Ethan Anderson inside the squared circle representing Championship City, a guy that was very active in 2024, fought 7 times last year. And you can see right now his corner telling him just to breathe, take some deep breaths, calm down. It's a ruckus environment here, especially, Grewal, one of the prize fighters coming out of this gym with Destiny Boxing here in his hometown and his home gym. And you want to play spoiler, you got to take advantage of it. But being active, fighting 7 times in 2024, that is a good step in the right direction for that. As trying to just get the headgear set up, it's ready to go. The mouthpiece is in for Grewal. I believe be able to put hands down. Against Ethan Anderson. Loud PhD chants here for Nihal Grewal. Quick jab right off the start here from Grewal. Good combination there from Anderson. Gotta be faster right now as Anderson. Both landing combinations at the same time. I think Grewal got the better of it. And then Anderson fires back with a left and a right, and then goes to the body. Grewal trying to back down. Anderson. Quick flurries of punches from Anderson. fighting the clinch there was Grewal, and landed some clean shots of his own right. Now trying to go and put a little bit of a showboat on here is Grewal. The right hand lands that time from Anderson. Oh, good 1-2 on the exit there, and got the better of it. There was Anderson. Flush shot landed. Another flush left. Left hook has been a good punch here for Anderson. This is definitely Anderson. He's maybe catching on to that PhD. He's putting hands down, but a good retaliation and a nice flurry and a barrage of shots coming from Anderson. Go to the body. Oh, there's a clean left that landed by Anderson. Anderson trying to quieten his crown down in his left hands, and barrage of punches has definitely done that. But now Grewal coming back in his own right. Trying to put Anderson up against the ropes here is Grewal. Trying to time that uppercut. And left again there from Anderson. Anderson trying to get into that flow state, and that time he lands a right. Oh, good. Clean punch. Snap the head back from Grewal by Anderson. Now Grewal firing back. 10 seconds left to go in round one. Body shots to the head. Good flurry to end the round. Shot after the bell there by Grewal. He didn't hear the bell, but will head at the end of round one there. A good opening round there from Ethan Anderson, as he was able to get his left hand going and really showcase some clean boxing. So being the faster fighter and not letting the crowd or the atmosphere here in Kitchener take advantage of him. But a good finish to the round, though, by Nihal Grewal. Good flurry of punches went to the head there of Anderson. Anderson not even, or Grewal, excuse me, not even going to take a seat in the corner. He's ready to go right back at it here for round number 2. And should note here, as we just saw in the first round, the main event are 3-minute rounds. You've seen a lot of 2-minute rounds, but this is a 3-minute round bout. Round 2, and right away going to the action. There's that left again from Anderson. Now they're fighting in the phone booth. Flurry of combinations. Grewal firing back. Good left again and then a right by Anderson. Big overhand right by Anderson. He's really starting to pour it on. Grewal starting to fire back. Straight shots into the face there from Anderson. Grewal. Can he answer? And he does. Grewal just patting the side of the head, and then went to the uppercut. Right hand lands there from Anderson. Overhand right lands from Anderson. Loud PhD chance. There's a good uppercut from Grewal. Uppercut lands from Anderson. Lefts and rights, and Grewal got the better of that firefight exchange. Good 1-2, 3-punch combination there by Grewal. What a hectic pace here in our main event. Body shot. Grewal coming back, going up to the head. Anderson's got Grewal up on the ropes. Going to the body is Anderson. Uppercut just off the mark that time by Grewal. Sticking with the body here is Anderson. Now going back up to the head with the 1-2. Good right landed by Anderson. That got the attention of Grewal, who fires back with authority. Grewal, good combos from him. Good left and a right again by Anderson. Anderson trying to push back here on Grewal. Anderson tries the big right hand, then he goes with the left. Waving him on here is Grewal. Big uppercut lands, that time from Grewal. Good combinations, that time from Anderson. This is a fight of anything you can do, I can do better. And they're just both pedal to the metal down here, approaching the end of the second round. Grewal able to get that space off the ropes. The pace starting to maybe wear on Anderson a little bit. Nice feint by Grewal. Good uppercut lands. Then a 1-2 by Anderson. 10 seconds left to go in the second. This has been a frantic pace. What a way to spend your Saturday night. The bell goes to end the second round. Just end-to-end action. Anytime Anderson landed some big shots, Grewal would fire back. And anytime Grewal would fire with some big shots, Anderson had a receipt of his own. Just a fantastic fight here in our main event between Nihal Grewal and Ethan Anderson. Anderson, you wonder about the pace too. He's fought at a frantic flurry, where Grewal, he's been trying to pick his shots more so than Anderson. Anderson got away from more so the dominant left hand, landed some good flurries, but good work by Grewal, fighting off the ropes at times, getting on the inside, landing some clean shots. This is a fight that you really just would hate to be a judge, especially in that second round. I don't know how you score it, but I do know that everyone here in Kitchener were winners, and we get to see another 3 minutes, 6 minutes down, 3 to go here at our main event between Nihal Grewal and Ethan Anderson. And Anderson right away going right up high. Grewal swinging a miss that time, going to the body, then Anderson goes to the head. Good uppercut lands there by Grewal. Trying to walk down Anderson here is Grewal, then going to the body, then to the head is Anderson. Trying to lean on Anderson here is Grewal. Both fighters definitely respect each other after those 6 minutes that they've fought. Able to slip the punch. Crowd here in Kitchener willing Grewal on. Go to the body, then a good left. There's the left hook that has been so good in the first round for Anderson. Then he goes to the body, does Anderson. Anderson trying to find that flow state that he found in round one. Grewal though firing back. Good combinations later to the head. May have wobbled Anderson, did Grewal. Anderson fires back on Grewal. And Grewal trying to say there was some holding going on. Didn't see it from our referee. And good shots to the head, up to the body. Trying to hit that uppercut, there's Grewal. Good right lands from Anderson. Anderson again, going forward. Now Grewal's got Anderson up against the ropes. Fighting off the ropes here is Anderson. Trying to just land a massive set of combinations are both fighters in a firefight exchange. Maybe taking a bit of a breather here is Anderson. Good uppercut landed that time by Grewal. Grewal, rights and lefts. Trying to time that uppercut perfectly there was Grewal. Missed. Big right landed that time by Anderson up high. Anderson. Now he's the one taking his time, being a little bit more methodical. Grewal, nice 1-2. Grewal with the right. Combinations up to the head by Anderson. Now they'll clinch. Good uppercut and a right from Grewal. really dirty boxing. Perfect fight. What a fight. 10 seconds left to go here. Both men fighting to a flurry. Who's going to impose their will? Who's going to have maybe the big landing knockout blow? And that's the Bell sensational main event here between Nihal Grewal and Ethan Anderson. Both fighters deserve this well-deserved round of applause. Excellent main event. Ethan Anderson showcased a great left hook, able to, not afraid to fight dirty, but showing some great boxing poise and big combinations at times. There was Nihal Grewal. And as I said before, in the second round, I feel that way for this whole fight. I would hate to be a judge scoring this fight. That was a real tough fight to score. We'll see how the judges score it. They're tabulating their scorecards right now. That was an excellent main event.
I'd like to take this opportunity presenting the championship belt for tonight as our gold sponsor for the evening. Trevor Pfaff from Pfaff American Solutions. Let's do a big round of applause, please.
Waiting to see who won our main event. Still, it was such a tightly contested fight that the scorecards really got to be tabulated still up until the last moments. Just a great main event. Both fighters showing tons of will and skill, determinations, ability to eat tough, heavy shots for 9 minutes. 9 minutes of a flurry. And it looks like the scorecards have been tabulated. They have been. They're waiting to give them to the ring announcer here. The suspense is here. Finally, the scorecards are in, and we're going to find out who won our main event.
Again, give these guys a big round of applause. Great main event. We have a winner by unanimous decision. Ethan Anderson.
And the winner by unanimous decision is Ethan Anderson. Did land maybe the bigger punches throughout this fight, especially that left hook, which was devastating in round 1 and round 3, but nonetheless, a fantastic main event here in Kitchener between Nihal Grewal and Ethan Anderson. And Ethan Anderson starts 2025 out the right way as he gets the win by unanimous decision in our main event. Well, that was a fantastic 9 of fights, 9 sensational boxing bouts showcasing the best of boxing here in Southern Ontario. In our main event, we saw Ethan Anderson win a very impressive unanimous decision victory over Nihal Grewal. We saw a great fight in our co-main event, Yejun Joy over Ethan Cotrina, but of course, as well, highlighted by Mehreen with her sensational performance. Just great action all around. And honestly, folks, can't wait to see our next event later on in 2025. That'll do it for the action from the Squared Circle. And for our great crew, our great talent, our great crew of Adam Quarring, Steve Gibson, Ryan Levere, and Steve Klein on cameras. I'm your host, Jason Hancom. Thank you for watching. We'll see you all next time.